Clock in, clock in. Black Gotti just walked in. Team Black Gotti, stand up, man. Yeah. Alright, y'all, we back with another video. I know you guys been seeing this crazy situation that been going on about the 10 inmates who escaped a New Orleans jail. This plan that led to 10 inmates escaping out of the back of a toilet has the whole internet in an uproar. This escape was so smooth, it even has the internet and law enforcement feeling like a whole lot of people on the inside played a part, to the point where they're arresting people for potentially harboring the inmate. When I say these guys are bold, they're so bold that they left behind a note when they decided to leave. And I don't think this is making the situation look better, y'all. This whole plan started off with a maintenance man who made it extremely easy for everybody to escape by closing the water that allowed them to move the toilet and wiggle their way through the wall. The maintenance man said his reason for cutting off the water is because the inmates complained about a flood. But that don't take away the fact that he's still in questioning though. But now, 9 out of 10 inmates has been actually captured. But one of the most popular inmates was just apprehended. The reason for him being more popular than the others is because this is the only dude that still goes to social media, and as a matter of fact, he even went to social media asking for help from people like Lil Wayne, NBA Youngboy, and even Donald Trump.
I'm asking for help from the world, from Meek Mills, Lil Wayne, Youngboy, Donald Trump. I'm asking for these people. I couldn't even get a lawyer. I couldn't even afford a lawyer to prove my innocence while I was in Orleans Parish jail. They said that I broke out. I didn't break out. I was let out. My name is Antoine Massie. The guy who said that I threatened him with a shank, the maintenance guy, how could I threaten you with a shank? If you can't come around me, you're a maintenance. You cannot come on the tills without a deputy being behind you. Because if they just let you on the till, you could be persuaded to bring drugs or anything like that nature. So how can I threaten you to jail you? And why you didn't notify the people, the police, that if I did threaten you, you never did that. Like, you flat out lied on me. Sterling flat out lied on me. And I want to let the media know that from the straight tattoos in my face and things of that nature, of course they're gonna believe Sterling. You know what I'm saying? I never told Sterling nothing. I'm willing to take a lie detector test and everything behind that, but that's another subject. Orleans Parish is one of the corruptedest jails. That in St. Tammany Parish is the corruptedest jails in the state of Louisiana. Why was I even incarcerated with a woman saying that this never happened? This is this woman's name. This is the charge, domestic abuse violation. This is about the shit in St. Tammany. Why was I in Orleans Parish? Why was I even in jail? That's what I'm trying to show y'all. That's why I left the jail. And they have a lot more brothers that's innocent, just like me, that's trying to prove their innocence. That's why they ran.
All right, if you ask me to leave jail and then come to the internet, that alone is extremely risky. The things he was talking about is questionable. And about him escaping, the fact that he said he was let out is extremely questionable. But it really doesn't take away the fact that he was wrong for escaping. And, you know, his charges and things of that nature make it difficult for anybody to want to save or protect him. From my acknowledgement, nobody even wanted him around. People wanted him to go back to jail. But Massey was officially captured in Holly Grove, Lil Wayne's old neighborhood, leaving only 1 out of 10 of the suspects still free. He go by the name of Derek Grove, and he actually has some of the most deadliest charges. He's actually connected to 4 violent killings. Crazy work, man. But from the looks of it, they tracking these guys down one by one, man. And when it comes to Antoine Massie being caught in Holly Grove, which I know a lot of people find it crazy because he didn't even decide to leave the state or anything. And it did take them quite a while for them to find him. Because, you know, Antoine obviously had people close to him looking out, sending cash apps, making sure that he had finances to be able to hide himself for this long. The lady's house who he was found ended up speaking out after he was caught in her crib, which she sometimes rent out as an Airbnb.
Don't even see cops.
I mean, is it shocking to hear this happening not only on your property but in your neighborhood? Because a lot of people we spoke to say they were just talking to someone just cutting grass here earlier today, and then this happened.
Yeah, it's a pretty quiet neighborhood. You know, it's kind of shocking, you know, but hey, you know, things like this happen. We just have to, you know, kind of be careful, I guess, you know.
Have you seen any signs of this? Anything suspicious?
Not seen any signs, no.
And it's only one tenant you were telling us that lives here?
Yes, only one tenant.
And you said telling me when you were closing the gate that Antoine Massie might have run in, broken in.
Right, because I'm frustrated too. I don't know what's happening. They say this is going on, and I get here and I don't even see a cop. So, you know, so I don't know.
So and what do you know about the
you
family? Do you know anything about the family, the tenant that was staying there?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Who actually called you and alerted you of what was going on at your property?
My friend called me. A friend of mine. I guess it's all over the news and they know my property.
Did she see the whole arrest happen or just the law enforcement presence?
Just the law enforcement. Yeah.
In your message to NOPD, you weren't even really notified.
I don't have a message anymore. I'm really, you know, I'm shocked right now. I'm sorry.
All right, thank you so much.
Hearing from the homeowner, he was living there without her even knowing what was going on. She ended up finding out through a friend. Now, when it comes to Antoine Massie escaping, he claims that he had a reason to escape, and as a matter of fact, he don't even call it escaping. They actually let him out. And then he's disagreeing with the stories he heard about the maintenance man saying that he was held at knife point to let them out. This whole situation is obviously confusing, but we can say this situation is something we seen coming, and he also landed himself in one of the most notorious prisons in Louisiana. 1090 Jake broke down the process of his arrest. Let's watch it.
Officers would take pictures with the captured suspect before rebooking him into the same jail he escaped, but they weren't taking any chances. Immediately after being rebooked, Antoine was placed in a helicopter and received a first-class flight to the Louisiana State Penitentiary. Angola, also known as the Alcatraz of the South, is a maximum security prison run like a slave plantation that's home to over 6,000 inmates.
I don't think they had any choice other than to bring him to another prison due to the fact that, first off, the first jail, it was escapable, and on top of that, from the sounds of it, the conditions of that jail is becoming terrible. At some point, that jail probably won't even exist if you ask me. But when it comes to Antoine, he still has people out here, you know, saying good things about him, to the point where his aunt even took to social media to explain how she feels about this whole situation.
Y'all making my nephew out to be a monster. He is not a monster. Is Antoine a problem child? Of course. Anybody who know us know that. Has Antoine been a problem since day one? Yes. But how did he get that way? Y'all know how he got that way. From watching his father get executed in front of him, but he's not the only one that it done affected. It affected his sister, it affected his mama, it affected all of his siblings. Do you understand what I'm saying? It affected all of them. But this is his story with it. His sister right now is locked up and incarcerated from allegedly helping him. Allegedly helping him. She ain't been right since she seen the murder of her father. I need for y'all to lift this family up in prayer. To tell us, where y'all at, man? Do y'all want to relive this shit again? Y'all still ain't healed from my brother death. Y'all still ain't healed from his death. And y'all gonna watch this shit go down in national TV, bro. I'm trying not to get upset because I've been crying all day at work today and I had to flip tables and now. This not his fault, y'all, and I'm not taking no sides. And I'm not trying to make excuses for him. But this not for him, y'all. Because trust me, he's scared right now. He's scared. He want to go home. Because he the type of, he will make decisions and think afterwards. Because he not all there. Am I saying he don't know right from wrong? Yes, he know right from wrong. He grown. But the system raised him. He been in jail 14 years of his life. Come home, domestic violence, he back in there. All he wanted to do is see his mama who just come home. All he wanted to do is see his baby graduate. But we know that's not the way of going by doing it. But in his mind it is. It's his mind he can't do 14 more years. And the crazy part about it is he was the one with the lesser charges.
All right, you guys, let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section below as this story continues to unfold about the 10 escapees from New Orleans jail. Your boy Big 8. I hope y'all like this video. Leave a like. Let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section below.